Danny, we sure had a different kind of Monday today and a different day to really reflect and celebrate, I think in your estimation and mine, the greatest coach our community's ever seen in Don James. When you think back to what the Dogfather did for decades and decades, what are exactly some of the hallmarks then that we still look at today?
I think the discipline, and it came through in two ways. It was the lack of penalties, but more importantly was the play on special teams. I think that in a lot of ways, what Don James emphasized in that phase of the game, he was one of the people that was the first to see that as not an afterthought, something that was one of the three phases. Not a secondary consideration, but something to really emphasize. The way he used walk-ons, the way he built up that program, and just the level of accountability from top to bottom. There was a discipline with the way they approached it. It was not a team that wondered why they weren't getting recognition. They demanded the recognition from the way they played, the caliber of opponents they sought out, and the magnitude of victories they had.
Yeah, I think you could talk to 100 different Huskies, former coaches and players, and like Jim Mora did today over and over again, what was the word? The word is tough.
Tough.
Tough, tough, tough. Toughness, toughness, toughness. And Danny, I've not been around teams, either as a player or now as an analyst and covering the game, where you can have a really tough team that isn't dominant at the line of scrimmage. I mean, you're absolutely right. The discipline, the special teams, all the facets, coaching as coaches, but that toughness began at the line of scrimmage. And if there was anything that was more lacking or showed itself up really Saturday night, and it's shown itself up in the decade plus, the 2 decades since Don James, that deterioration at the line of scrimmage. And if the program's ever going to get back, in my opinion, it's got to start there.